I'm so angry. I'm not like intentionally being angry. I'm not trying to like get clout or anything like that. It's really nothing like that. It's truly just fucking therapy. Like, I stopped posting for like 9 months, give or take, and the reason for that is because I'm just going through a lot of my personal self, like in my personal life, and I don't have any outlet for that shit. Like, I don't have anybody to talk to that I feel like is listening, and I don't have any way to release that fucking feeling, right? And I kind of been like avoiding that feeling. I kind of been running from that feeling. Let me break it down a little bit more for you. I don't know, like March sometime, April. I think it was April, like 420. I stopped smoking. I made a little live video on Instagram, and I stopped smoking all the way up until July 4th. And July 4th hit, and I had a fucking breakdown. A lot of feelings started to come to me. You know what I mean? Like being sober and interacting with people at work, interacting with this child support case and my baby moms, not interacting with my children, interacting with like my wife, and just like everything started to hit me, homie, in a way that it ain't never hit me before, because I've never been like sober for that long, like really sober. When I got out of prison, like I was in prison for a year, but I was smoking every now and then, and I don't know, prison was a little bit different because I didn't have the pressures of life in my face. It was just like, you know, the fucking knuckleheads that was around me. Like, I did kind of like, I had a breakdown in prison or whatever, but it was a little bit different because, like I said, I didn't have those fucking pressures of the outside world. When I got out, I was sober for like a year because I was on probation and shit, but it only lasted a year. I went and got my fucking medical card and I started smoking. Within that year, I was drinking a lot. Like, I turned into like a low-key alcoholic. I would get off of work, give me something to drink. Like, I was always suppressing my energy with some type of fucking substance. And if it wasn't that, then, I mean, women count, you know? I've always had a woman in my life. I always had some type of pussy in my life. And that woman is never encouraging me to face my problems head on. You feel me? I stopped smoking because my thing is, you know, I want mental mastery. Like, I want to be able to conquer my emotions and my mind without the external help, right? Without the crutch. I also want to be able to know who the fuck I am truly, right? I'm 29 years old. I've been smoking consistently at least since I was 14. At least. I started smoking when I was 12, off and on. But like, I've had a blunt in my mouth consistently since I was 14. And so I realized that, like, damn, every decision that I've made up until now has been an inebriated decision, right? It's been a high decision. Who am I then? You know what I mean? Like, how do I really feel about life, about things? If I've always, like, throughout my adolescent years, when I'm supposed to develop my own opinion, when I'm supposed to develop my own, you know, vision of myself, my own person, like, those are my selfish years. You know, my selfish years, my character building years were influenced by so many other things. And I realize now that, like, I need to go back and fix that somehow. You know, otherwise I'm going to be damaged like the other people that I point fingers at. You know what I mean? Like, the people that, because I'm young, right? I'm still young. So us youngsters, right, we have a tendency of looking at older people and being like, damn, I never want to be like them, or how could they be like that? But when you really step back and you look at it, like, you're one mistake away from being like that motherfucker. And unless you realize what those mistakes are and consciously take the steps not to, you know, consciously keep yourself from making those mistakes, then you're bound to fucking make them. One of the mistakes that I constantly point out is the fact that people are fucking delusional, and, you know, they live in this false reality, right? Well, I started to notice that about myself, and I started to hate it. And so all that mixed in, I'm just like, man, I I have to like overcome this shit, you know? I have to live my life without fucking smoking all the time. Like, what is my life without smoking? What is my life without drinking? Like, okay, so when I stopped the first time, right? And all the feelings came rolling to me, I stopped posting because I was embarrassed of how I was feeling. And I didn't want to post it for the fucking world to see. Like, do you know how hard it is to be as vulnerable as I'm being? Okay, it's not easy. And it's not, and like, again, I'm not doing it for fucking clout. I'm doing it because I know I need to do it. I'm doing it because I know that when I was a kid, homie, when I was a teenager, I was looking for somebody to fucking, like, tell me how it really is, you know, to bear it all. And you can't get that unless you pay for some fake ass course. And you're really not gonna ever fucking get it. You're not gonna ever get the truth from anybody, because nobody's gonna look their self in the fucking face. And for one, nobody's gonna understand themselves as much as I'm trying to understand myself, right? It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of embarrassment. It's a lot of shame. It's like, it takes a lot of shit that people aren't willing to fucking go through. But, like, kids need that shit. I know I needed that shit. I still need it. So therefore, I'm still trying to give it to myself. I'm still trying to give it to Lil Jordan. You feel me? When my feelings hit, though, I was ashamed of posting it. So I hid myself for 9 months. The feelings never went away. So when I came back this time, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna post how I feel. I'm just gonna fucking ride this fucking wave, whether it's bad or good. I'm just gonna accept how the fuck I'm feeling, regardless of what people got to say, regardless of how people look at me, regardless of how embarrassed I am or how full of shame I am. I don't give a fuck about none of that. The only thing I care about is posting every day. So if I gotta post hateful shit, racist shit, evil shit, happy shit, lustful shit, sexual shit, I'm gonna post it because that's how I'm fucking feeling, and I need to be okay with feeling how I'm feeling. Period. That's the goal. And that's why I've been, you know, creating the content that I've been creating on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube. It's just like, this is me, and I'm not gonna fucking sugarcoat it for nobody, because in a sense, I need to be me. I've been sugarcoating myself my whole fucking life. I've always had to be the bigger person. I've always had to be a father. At 14 years old, being a father, not just like, my baby mama was older than me, and she always put that pressure on me, like I'm a child, you know, you childish, you're immature, you ain't gonna never be shit, you're just fucking dumb, what are you doing? Like, everything that I was doing was wrong to her. Everything. And so I overly tried to fucking be an adult and tried to be right when I really shouldn't have tried to be right. I was supposed to be wrong. Those are my time. She had time to be wrong. She was already grown. She already figured it. I didn't have time to be wrong. I didn't have time to be emotionally irrational. I haven't had that to this day. I've always had to be emotionally rational for my mother. My mother was a fucking depressant. Like, my whole fucking life. Like, this woman wasn't around. She was in her fucking bedroom the whole time. And when I did see her, she was having a breakdown in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? She was having a breakdown in front of us somewhere. And I've always had to, like, subconsciously, I felt like you know, not even subconsciously, but I've always felt like I had to be a big boy for her. And I had to be I had to be a man for my baby mama, and I had to make hard decisions. You know, I had to protect her. You know, my mom tried to press charges on my baby mama. I took it upon myself to say, you know what? You need to get up out of here and go live with your mom. You know, you need to get up out of here because my mom's gonna send you to jail. I have to make these hard decisions, like, at a very young age. That took away from me developing as a person. It took away from me learning how to master my own emotions because I never really faced them. I just smoked them and put them to the side. I'm not doing that shit no more, bro. Fuck that. I'm not doing that shit no more. So, as my own personal therapist, I'm telling myself, hey, Jordan, it's okay for you to feel how you feel and post that shit for the world to see. Because, like, it's really not for the world to see. but I'm sharing it with the world in the hopes that it'll help somebody else. But it's really just for me. It's really just so that I know that it's okay. You know what I mean? So that I can go back and look at my Instagram and say, damn, you know, you went through that and you still here. It's proof that you still here. You know what I mean? And it feels good to do it. Like I wish more people understood it and they gravitated to it, you know, like I would. Like if I was seeing it, I would gravitate to it a little bit more than people are, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's not for them. It's for me, and I'm happy I'm doing it. I feel fucking great. Like I've been consistently posting for, I don't know, at least a month now, and that's my goal. You know, I know what I'm doing. I'm not suicidal. Like I am suicidal. Don't get it fucked up. But I'm not going to commit suicide, if that makes any sense. I'm suicidal, but I'm not going to commit suicide, at least not in the way that people are thinking, right? And real quick, I'll break that down, because people just are so small-minded, they think, oh, he's going to commit suicide, he's going to take his own life. In what sense? Like jumping off the bridge, shooting myself, cutting myself, overdosing? Nah. I believe gangbangers are suicidal. I believe that, like, some activists are suicidal. Like Hitler. Hitler was suicidal, I believe. You know what I mean? Like, I believe some war generals are suicidal. Like, a lot of fucking soldiers are suicidal. Like, the whole concept of, like, going to war and fighting for your country, you're not really, that's the easy part, to fight for your country. But actually being aware that you could die for your country is fucking suicidal in a way, in my opinion. And you know, so that's why I say I am suicidal, because I am willing to die for something. But I am gonna die for something. I'm not just gonna die because I feel bad. Best believe that. So you don't have to worry about that. But I'm not just gonna fucking die of old age, or fucking just, you know what I mean? Like, my death is gonna fucking mean something. Bet your bottom dollar that.